Hey everyone, so I have a review for you guys today. I was sent a couple products by a company called Heart J Creations. It's an Etsy store, and she makes homemade bath and body products straight out of her little log cabin, as she calls it. And they send them to you, and they are very freshly made and things like that. So I have my honest opinions for you guys. Although I was sent the products at no charge, I am going to give you my honest opinion, and you guys will hear both pros and cons to these products. And I'll let you guys make your own assumptions and your own judgments about whether or not you'd like to purchase those products. So I will put her link down below. I promise to do that for her. And basically, I was sent two products to review. The first was a full-size soap, and I apologize, I just moved the camera. It's called the Chamomile Exfoliating with Chamomile Buds soap, and it looks like this. And this is a company out of Maryland. She's in Myersville, Maryland. So that's about 3.5 hours from me or so. And this full-size soap goes for $4.49 on her Etsy website. There are a couple things I want to tell you guys about the soap, and it's still kind of wet from usage and stuff like that, so you know, I put a paper towel around it. But this is how it comes. It's a pretty full-size brick, and I didn't use a ton of it. I've been using it several days and things, but it didn't really break away or anything crazy. The thing I do love about it is the smell. It's got a very light smell, and it reminds me almost of like a Dove or an Ivory Pure soap. It doesn't have a very like perfume smell. It's very, very clean and very fresh, and it's very, very natural smelling. It also lathers really, really nice. You barely have to get this bar of soap wet, and it lathers up crazy. There's a lot of bubbles and things like that. Now, there are a couple things that I did notice about this soap that I did not like with usage. If you guys notice, there are some granules and things in it. These are supposed to be exfoliating buds, chamomile buds. Now, I don't know if this is just a mild exfoliant. It didn't really say on her website whether, you know, it just said that it's an exfoliating soap. So I assumed that these little buds and pieces inside the soap were actually going to exfoliate my skin. Now, when I was rubbing the soap on my skin, I didn't feel any pieces, so I don't know how it could exfoliate if none of the pieces actually come off the soap. So that is one of the cons that I saw about this soap. The second thing is, once your hands are done being washed and you rinse them under the clean water and you pat them dry, I've noticed, if you guys can see, I'm going to try and show you guys without like freaking you out, but it's really dry. My hands are super dry, like especially in this area. I don't know if you can even tell, but it's super duper drying. So you're definitely going to have to follow it up with a moisturizing lotion. So on the back here, it talks about how it has coconut oil, palm oil, olive oil, cocoa butter, shea butter. There's all kinds of oils and things in here, so I'm not really sure why it was so drying to my skin. Now, I'm not in any way, shape, or form an oils or skin expert, but you know, most things with shea butter or cocoa butter in it usually are nice and nourishing, so I'm not really sure. The soap itself feels very nice and soft. It's not a hard, rough soap, and like I said, it smells really good. It lathers beautifully. I just don't think it moisturizes your skin. It definitely dries your skin out to where you definitely need to follow it up with a nice, thick moisturizer. Okay, so that is product number one. And the second thing that she sent me is just a sample size, and this is the Florida Sunshine Goat Milk Conditioner, and it looks like this. It's in this tiny little bottle. And the full size of this is actually 8 ounces, and it goes for $12.99 on her website. Now, her goat's milk conditioner, the thing I do like about it is it's customizable. So she can actually add fragrance oils to your conditioner. Now, this one is Florida Sunshine. I hate the smell, and I apologize to her in advance for not liking the smell, but it reminds me of old people. I hate to say that, and I don't mean to sound rude or crude, but it really leaves a lot to be desired. It smells like old dish soap and elderly people's perfume. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. So if anything, if I were to purchase this or get this as a gift, I would request that it was non-scented because as I blow dried my hair, and I used the conditioner today as well, again, so you can kind of see, because I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and I know my hair looks messed up, but as you can see, my hair kind of is staying wherever I put it. It's very, very oily, okay? Like, my scalp is really oily right now. And as a beautician or a hairdresser, cosmetologist, whatever you want to call me, as a licensed professional, I know that my scalp type is already oily scalp, so when I use a conditioner, I have to be very careful with how many oils and how many different things are in it that will actually create more sebum from my sebaceous glands to produce, and I already have enough of that going on, so I have to be careful how much oil and certain types of moisturizers I put back in. So this conditioner I do not recommend for those of you who have an oily scalp or have a combination of, you know, like some people say like they have really dry scalp, but then it tends to get really oily in the summer. I don't recommend this for anybody unless you have like damaged hair, really dry hair, or maybe even like a coarse type of hair, because my hair is thick already, and this conditioner made it feel even thicker, which some of you are like, oh, that's great. Well, but it's not, because it's like a greasy thick feeling. And I washed it out really well. I must have rinsed it for a good 5 minutes. And again, I'm a professional, so I know how long to rinse a conditioner, and I'm not saying that anybody else doesn't, but I made sure I did it extra long just in case, because it felt a little bit like a waxy film when I was washing it and it was still wet, so I kept rinsing it thinking, okay, well, it feels a little filmy, so like that waxy feeling, if you know what I mean. So I kept re-rinsing it with warm water, and I did cool as well, and it didn't work. So when I blow dried it, it's very greasy feeling. It's kind of like how my hair feels at the end of a long day after I've sweated and I've been working and things like that. It kind of feels that way. So when I blow dried my hair, it didn't give me much shine either. Now, I don't know if the light's helping with the shine effect, but my hair color actually looks very dull today. It doesn't look as shiny or as vibrant as it does most days, so I don't know if something got stripped or taken away from that, or if the conditioner just kind of dulled it down because it's so thick. But I'll show you guys how thick this conditioner is by like putting a little on a paper towel so you guys can see. And look how thick that is. Like, you can't even, it has to be broken off. So, just so you guys can see that. Now, it does spread nicely, but it's very thick. And I used the littlest bit because when it came out in that kind of a thick consistency, I thought, uh-oh, this is going to be bad for me. So I used just the littlest bit. It does rinse well down the drain with warm water. It will break down and rinse down your drain cleanly, so that's not something to have to worry about. But it's just so super thick and greasy feeling, and when it goes on my hair, it leaves that coating feeling. The smell leaves a lot to be desired. One thing I do like about it is when you get out of the shower, because there is a bit of a film coating on it, you can brush right through your hair with no problems. And I get really knotty hair even when I put conditioners and things in it, and even with a leave-in sometimes. So I did like that about it. I love the idea that it's a thicker conditioner to kind of help out those who have a drying, damaged hair. But I just think for me and for my personal hair, this is just absolutely not going to work because it's just too thick and it leaves my hair with a greasy residue feeling. But again, she does have on her website this conditioner. You can get it in all different fragrances, so feel free to check her website out. And again, just because it doesn't work for me personally doesn't mean it won't work for you. But if you do have the same type of hair type as I do, if you color your hair a lot, and if you you know, have that kind of an oily scalp and things like that, this is something I definitely would stay away from because it kind of dulls your color out, and it also leaves a bit of a film or a waxy feeling to your hair, and it kind of just feels very greasy. Like, as you can see, my hair is just staying the way I'm doing it, and normally it doesn't do that. You guys have seen me play with my hair before, and it kind of just goes, and, you know, I could go like this, and it won't stay like that. So, I did this video right after I did my hair for the day because I want you guys to be able to kind of compare and contrast and make your own opinion. So I will leave her information down below. She's a really sweet lady, and I'm sure if you wanted her to tweak certain things, or maybe if you contacted her and gave her specifics about your hair type, maybe she can formulate something for you. I do know that the conditioner is made only 1 to 2 days before she ships it out to you, so it's very fresh ingredients and things like that. It's just a lot of those things like goat's milk and some of the different kinds of oils and stuff in there, it's just too much for my hair, and it weighs it down and makes it more greasy. So I hope this review was helpful for you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!